Now it's time for our entertainment roundup, the latest in film and television. We'll kick off with something I went to see on Monday, Knives Out, proper whodunit. Let's have a look.
I'm Detective Lieutenant Elliot, and this is Trooper Wagner.
We just want to ask a few questions.
We understand the night of his demise, the family have gathered to celebrate your father's 85th birthday. How was it, by the way?
The party? Pre my dad's death? Oh, it was great.
Well, Johnny is a backstage podcast, so host Bethany Mennell, get me teeth in morning.
Good morning.
I mean, the clip doesn't do it justice.
No.
It is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, reviews have been really positive for this. This is called Knives Out, comedy whodunit starring Daniel Craig, who you will have seen there, who in other news has now finished. They've wrapped James Bond, his final ever appearance. So yeah, that's obviously not until April, so we'll be talking about that then. But apparently they had to rush through the filming of this because obviously Daniel Craig had to go and finish doing his Bond bits and pieces. But this is a very different film, as you'll know, Stephen, if you've
And
seen
does he
it.
come out of Bond character, or do you just see Bond doing
No,
something else?
No, this is he plays a character wonderfully called Benoit Blanc. He's looking into the death of an ageing patriarch of this very eccentric, very rich family who's met a sticky end. And of course, where there's money and power, there's also likely to be some foul play. So everybody is a suspect in this show. It's very much an homage, really, to 70s murder mysteries, kind of reminiscent of Agatha Christie.
It is quite Agatha Christie in many respects.
Yeah, and what an ensemble cast.
Oh.
I mean, you've got Don Johnson, who people of a certain age will know from Miami Vice back in the 80s.
Stop pretending you know what that is.
I have no idea. Jamie Lee Curtis, Chris Evans, obviously Daniel Craig. I mean, you name them, they're in it. And it's directed by Rian Johnson, whose last film was Star Wars: The Last Jedi. But yeah, definitely really positive reviews. This is kind of a fun one, isn't it? It was out in time for Thanksgiving in America, so very much a kind of fun, family, silly whodunit, but very much a crowd pleaser.
Oh, yes. Yes, can't recommend that one.
It gets
highly
Stephen's
enough.
seal of approval.
Really, really good
What
stuff.
about Upright? This is a Sky Atlantic offering.
Yes.
Premiered last night, did it?
Absolutely. So it premiered last night on Sky Atlantic. This is a comedy drama by Tim Minchin, the Australian comedian, songwriter, actor, you name it, he can do it. Now, this one has divided the Backstage podcast. I'm a big fan. I really enjoyed this. However, some of the other podcast members weren't too sure. Now, it is more drama than comedy. It's a self-destructive musician, takes his piano on a 4,000-mile round trip around Australia with a grumpy teenage girl whose arm he accidentally breaks, you know, as you do in these kind of dramas. But it's Tim Minchin, let's face it. There are laughs. It's kind of, I'd say, offbeat. I've watched a couple of the episodes. I'm certainly going to continue. And let's face it, I mean, Tim Minchin, there's a song in the second episode. He does an inspired performance of Chopsticks. Surely it's worth watching for that alone.
Can we see a clip of it?
No, we haven't got a clip.
We're withholding the clips.
Oh, right,
But
okay,
I
I thought we
can
did
say it's very good and very fun.
Oh.
Although if you listen to the podcast, my colleagues would disagree. But hey, that's what good TV is about, isn't it?
You've got a divided opinion. You've got a divided opinion. We can't show you a clip of Charlie's Angels either because it's just too violent.
It was too
Just
naughty.
too violent.
But do you know what's too shocking for me? The fact that the reboot with Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu and Drew Barrymore was 20 years ago.
No, can't be.
I know, yes. This is
That's
a horrific
impossible.
fact for me also. But obviously this is a relaunch based on the 1970s TV Charlie's Angels. Now this one has got Kristen Stewart, Naomi Scott and Ella Balinska. Now she is a British newcomer and fun celebrity fact of the day. She is the daughter of celebrity chef Lorraine Pascal.
Oh.
So that's kind of intriguing. And this one's it's out
Lorraine
today.
Pascal?
Yeah, you'll
She's
know
old
Lorraine
enough to have a
Pascal.
daughter that age.
Yes. I think Ella's
like
around
her.
sort of, I want to say 26, so sort of mid-early 20s.
But you see, controversially, John Bosley,
Yes.
is a woman in this.
Well, I think he's kind of a mixture of people. I
I
think,
thought on the trailer it was a man.
well,
No.
Patrick Stewart does appear, but also Elizabeth Banks, who directs the film I believe, is a Bosley. And I may be wrong.
So there's several Bosleys.
I think it's a very clever mix of Bosleys.
Because I saw a trailer where this woman came on and said, "My name's Bosley."
Yeah, that would have been Elizabeth Banks, and she's the director. So, you know, female
And there was
director.
a clip of them talking to Bosley, and it was a male voice.
Yeah.
Confused? You will
Well,
be.
we're all confused. But, you know, one thing that's nice about this, I think so far people are kind of thinking, is this a reboot we actually need? Possibly not. But, you know, it's a film about female friendships rather than love interests being the main point of
Charlie's
interest.
Angels. I mean,
So-
although you sort of think, why remake such a classic? If there's sort of life in the old dog, as it were, then why not give it a freshen up?
Not. But I tell you what, the song that's around this, the lead song, it's No Destiny's Child, Independent Woman. I mean, that's what you think of, isn't it, when you think of the 2000 reboot. This one's got a very nice song, but it ain't no independent woman.
It's hard to follow on from that, isn't it?
Bethany, good to see you. Thank you very much
you.
indeed.